Good afternoon, everybody. We are back with another episode of Live at 5 with SFC Defined. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a beautiful day. Rain some, sunshine some, and chilly some, warm some. So we've had a conglomeration of a whole lot of stuff going on today, but it has been a beautiful day nonetheless. I hope you had some time to enjoy it. Thank you for joining me. Can you believe it is the end of November? We literally have one more month in this year, and this year has flown by. It's been a great year, but it's flown by. A couple of things before we get into finishing up our topic of Watch Your Words today. I want to remind you that December the 10th, we will be downtown Winston-Salem at Visions Event Center from 1 to 5 for our holiday day party. And I really would love for you to come and be a part of that. So many of you have already signed up to say that you are coming. I want to pack the place out. We're going to have vendors, all different types of vendors there. We're going to have some good food. We're going to have some live music. We're going to have some great fellowship and just sit and chit chat a bit just to see what you would love to see SFC do in the upcoming year. 2023 is going to be the best year, most phenomenal year that we've had since our onset in 2019. I am so excited about it. And I just want you to be a part of what we're getting ready to do and how we're getting ready to change the world and transform people's mindset. I really want you to be a part of that. So put that on your calendar. December the 10th, Visions Event Center, downtown Winston-Salem. You will see a flyer that will go up immediately after the show, just reminding you and giving you all the details so that you can put it on your calendar. So I hope that you will make plans to come, and I'm going to see you there. Make sure you come up and speak to me, say hello. I'm going to try to see if we can get a Santa Claus there and all of that stuff. So it's going to be a fun day for everybody. Bring your kids. It's not an age limit. It's for everybody. We're just going to have some good old fun, good old fashioned fun. And then we're going to go home about our business and do what we need to do. All right. So, hey, Sonia, appreciate you guys for joining me today. For those of you that are on and watching, thank you. Let's get into it. We're going to finish this series up today. Watch Your Words. Simply talking about the power that stands behind your words. And I still believe that there are so many people that have failed to realize that everything that comes out of your mouth can either make or break you. It can either build you up or tear you down. And I don't think that we've yet to grasp that on a larger scale. There are a few people that get it, but the majority of the people still don't get it, and we don't understand that our words are so powerful. It is amazing to me how, just tapping into this and consciously and intentionally listening to what people say. And I've never paid any attention to it before, but intentionally listening to what comes out of people's mouths, it literally blows my mind. It almost makes my skin crawl sometimes with the stuff and how degrading and how negative people are. Even myself, I have learned, and I'm learning still, how to catch my words before they are released into the atmosphere. When I feel like I'm saying something about myself or about somebody else to myself or to somebody else, I am really conscious now about the words that I choose, because I've realized through trial and error, mostly error, that my words are very, very powerful. I cannot speak something over myself without speaking it over somebody else. And I cannot speak over somebody else, be it negative or positive, without speaking it over myself. That's just how powerful our words are. In the scripture, it talks in Isaiah how he says, my words will accomplish whatever I do. Your words will produce wherever you send them. It's going to produce whatever you send it to. That is it. Your words, when they are released into the atmosphere, they will grow. Whatever you sow, it is going to grow. And it can be negative or positive. You just have to be strategic and methodical when it comes to choosing the words, especially when you are talking about yourself, even when you're talking about somebody else. So as we close out this today, I want to hear what you have to say about it. I just want to hear your thoughts on watching your words. How many of you who are watching now, how many of you have consciously thought about words before you let them come out? Like you find yourself speaking more positive now than you were 3 or 4 weeks ago. How many of you have been strategic in watching the words that come out of your mouth, especially when you are out and about or trying to do something? And if you have been consciously watching your words and you are speaking more positive, let me hear of the results, and let me hear of some examples where you know that before you would have said something negative, but now you methodically are thinking more positive and you're able to see some results. And like I can't even give you the number of examples that I have with being conscientious about the words that I have coming out of my mouth. I don't even joke as much as I used to, and say little derogatory things about myself, about my health, about my wealth, about my goals, my dreams. I don't even joke about that stuff anymore, because one thing that I have learned is that your subconscious, the creator of what you send your words to create, the subconscious, it does not joke. It doesn't joke. It doesn't say, oh, he's joking or she's joking, let me disregard those words that don't mean anything. It doesn't joke. It really doesn't joke. So when you are speaking and you call yourself joking, for example, I'm gonna pretend like I'm sick tomorrow so I don't have to go to work. That when you release that, then your subconscious, that inner self, it starts creating sickness so that it can give you what you ask for. I think I shared a book with you guys probably a couple of years ago when I first read it. It's called Ask and It Is Given. It is by Esther Hicks. Ask and It Is Given, and it is so powerful. And she talks about that and how, when you ask for things, the inner self begins to create those things that you ask for, even if you don't know that you're asking for them or even putting them in a form of a question. You simply just release your words into the atmosphere and things start happening to give you exactly what you are asking for. So that's why it's so important for you to be careful, so important for you to be conscious about the words that are coming out of your mouth. That's why, you have to understand that your words are so powerful. Words can destroy lives. Words can simply mess up your trajectory. They can mess up your path, your purpose, your destiny, your journey. Words can do all of that. So it's so important for you to be conscientious about what you're saying. Catherine says, I've been more aware of what I say now, especially since you have been teaching this series. I even try to teach this to my nephews. Wonderful. I appreciate you sharing that. Yeah, you have to be. And I think that once we become conscientious about what's coming out of our mouth, we can bless instead of curse. We can construct as opposed to destruct. We can build up instead of tearing down. And I think that it takes that conscientious mind, that person that has awaken to the awareness of what's coming out of their mouth. That's what changes your life. If you want your life to change, if you're not happy with current circumstances, if you're not happy with life, then when you start speaking those things into existence, that's what happens. You know, there's something that I heard a long time ago that said nothing happens until something is spoken. So when you start speaking, that's what causes creation, the creator, to start doing what you want or need him or her to do, depending on where you are spiritually. That's what happens. And I don't believe that we accept that as a truth. We don't accept it as a truth. We think we believe in coincidences, and we think haphazard things happen. No, there are no coincidences. Things are methodical. And the life that you're living now is a life that you created, and it was created with your words. You thought you were joking. You thought you were playing, but your inner self doesn't know how to joke. So we are dealing with sickness. We're dealing with brokenness. We're dealing with poverty. We're dealing with racism. We're dealing with anger. We're dealing with people who are flailing because they can't handle life, all because of what has come out of our mouths. You know, the reality of it is nothing comes out of your mouth without first going in your head, your thoughts. You think it, then you say it, and then you live it. Okay? Think about that. You think it, you say it, and then you live it. And we don't accept that as a truth yet, but the more and more you become aware, the more and more you start noticing how you talk and how other people talk around you, you will see that we are literally creating the very lifestyle that we say we don't want, just based off of what we say. Hey, Edward. Edward says, part of my message I spoke on 2 weeks ago, we must speak life and not defeat. Words do have power. Absolutely. They do have power. And I think that once we grasp that, we can change our life. We can change our family. We can change our community. Do you know that every time you say something to the effect, there's high blood pressure in my family line. So that's why I have high blood pressure. I have it because it's in my genealogy, it's in my genetics. No, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. Just as easily as you claim it, you can disclaim it. And the way we do that is with our words. And I'm telling you, you've got to watch your words. You've got to be mindful of what's coming out of your mouth. I challenge you over the next week or so to just really be methodical in what you allow to come out of your mouth. I challenge you to really be mindful and conscious about the words that you allow to come out of your mouth. And I mean, I would even challenge you to go even as far as every time that you have a negative word that comes out of your mouth, be it on you, towards you, or towards somebody else, that you keep a little tick mark going. Every time, whether it's a mental tick mark or whether you do it on paper or whatever, just challenge and see how many times in a 24-hour period that you allow something negative come out of your mouth. I can't do this. I don't feel good. I don't feel like this. I don't feel like this. I'm not telling you to not be realistic in your emotions and in your feelings. I'm just telling you how at some point you've got to change the way you think, which changes the way you speak, which in turn changes the way that you live. And that's what I challenge you to do over the next few days. I am so eager to hear about that. For those of you that are brave enough to take me up on that challenge, I really am eager to hear about how your life will change once you start thinking about certain things. One of my secretaries, we were talking, and she made the comment. She said, "You know, I'm used to journaling, and I typically would journal at the end of the day, and I would talk about all the problems that I had during the day, and I would talk about how bad my day was. But you know, we talked about how." When you learn how to speak to your day and think positive and start your day, she started journaling, not in the evening, but at the beginning of the day. And in her journal, she speaks what she needs to see her day create for her. And she told me how much of her life has changed as a result of. So just by mere thinking and speaking throughout the day. Today is going to be the best day I've ever experienced. Today is going to be a day full of abundance and prosperity. Today is going to be a day where I let nothing get to me. Today is a day that I'm going to wake up full of energy. I'm going to be revitalized and rejuvenated. I am going to do it. And that's how you speak to your day. And watch how things happen, because we are so accustomed to saying, oh my God, it's raining outside. I really don't want to do this. I really don't want to go to work today. Oh, it's too cold. I don't want to get out of the bed. And so what we create is that feeling of something coming on us to make us stay where we are. And that's it in every aspect of the life. Hey, Mary, I appreciate you joining me today, cousin. But yeah, you got to be careful. You got to be careful about what comes out of your mouth. You would be so surprised at how much you create just by your words, creating exactly what you don't want as opposed to creating what you do want. Human nature causes us to be petty. It causes us to be negative. It causes us to be downgrading. That's just human nature. We look at the news, we look at movies, we look at certain things, and we adopt that mindset. Oh man, this world is so bad. This world is so horrible. And as a result, that's what comes out of our mouth. But you know what? You are creating that horrible world just by what you're saying. I challenge you, I'm telling you, I challenge you, if you do this, if you will literally start speaking positive, I guarantee you, your life will change. So tomorrow, for those of you that's got to get up and go to work, if you say, today is going to be a phenomenal day at work, my coworkers will not get on my nerves today. It's going to be a great day. Time is going to go by so fast. I'm going to be productive. I'm going to get stuff done. I'm going to have energy when I get off work. I guarantee you, your day will completely change. I tell you, getting off work, if you say today, I'm not going to run into any traffic, the day is going to be smooth. I promise you, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be a phenomenal commute home. I'm just going to take this time. I'm going to decompress. I'm just going to go with the flow. Nothing is going to rattle me. Nothing is going to shake me. I'm going to have a wonderful dinner, have a wonderful bed, a wonderful night's sleep. I guarantee you, you watch what happens. Try it. Just try it. I promise. If you try it, all I need for you to do is just DM me on Facebook or Instagram or something and just let me know how your life is changing. I promise you, this is not something that I've just read in a book, or it's not something that I haven't. I've tried this and it works. It works phenomenally, and it does not take it a long time to work. Your job is to train your brain to be positive instead of negative, to speak life instead of death, to speak greatness instead of gloom. That's the only job, one job. That's your own job. You've got to train your brain into speaking positive over your life. You have to, because the more you think positive, Mary, the more positive you speak. So you have to catch yourself. You have to be honest with yourself. You have to catch yourself. Every time there's a negative thought, before you can speak to that negative thought, you change what you think and say, no, I don't have to believe that. I don't have to believe it. I won't receive that. This is going to turn out in my favor. Things are going to be great. Things are going to be good. I promise you, I challenge you, and I hope that you guys are brave enough to take me up on that challenge. I am so eager to see or to hear how your life is going to change. Please DM me on Facebook or SFC and just let me know. Give me your testimony and let me know that things are changing for you. And understand this: once you start having the courage to change your thoughts, change your words, that puts you in the driver's seat. That puts you in the place of power. Okay, that literally puts you in the place of having power over your day, power over your life, because you are able to speak to your day. You're able to speak to your purpose, to speak to your destiny. And that means that no matter what anybody else says or thinks about you, it has absolutely nothing to do with you. You can stay positive even in what you think is a negative world. I challenge you to do that. All right. So do that for me. Please do that for me. I challenge you. You'll thank me later. I promise you, you will. You will thank me later. I know you will. Don't forget, sign up, go DM SFC Define Facebook page, or you can do it on my Facebook page, and let us know that you're planning to come. And we are just simply wanting people to sort of kind of sign up or either say I'm coming or whatever, just so we'll know how much food to prepare for and stuff. I promise you, you won't regret coming. It's going to be a holiday party, a very festive party. Wear your or your reds and your greens, and it's going to be festive. It's going to be beautiful. Visions Event Center, downtown Winston-Salem, from 1 to 5 on December the 10th. I want to see you guys there. Make sure you come up and say hello, okay? Talk to you guys soon. We'll see you next Sunday. Have a great